There's something that I need to get off my chest. See these crutches? You see these crutches? All a ruse all along. I tricked you. It was a long fib. I was simply working you because what I was doing was fake. Look at me. I could stand around. I could do many things. I never actually had a broken limb. I lied to you. Just like wrestling, how it's all fake. You should never trust wrestling. They're not throwing real punches. They're not actually hurting each other. They're just in the ring, basically playing hopscotch with one another. When mankind fell off that hell in the cell, that table broke his fall. When they're getting slammed onto the mat, it's a trampoline. It's simply just a trampoline that they bounce off of. That shit doesn't hurt. It's fake. It's fake. And the sooner you realize it, the sooner you realize wrestling is fake, the sooner you grow up. The sooner you grow up and stop living in such fantasies. Okay, I need my crutches. I dead ass need my crutches, bro. Oh my god. I can't stand. Okay, I was basically just balancing on one leg the whole time. Okay, okay. As I was saying, the reason I bring this up is because I find it so idiotic. Whenever I have a conversation with anyone about pro wrestling, like I don't watch it anymore, but whenever I have a conversation at all with about pro wrestling, for some reason they always want to bring up the fact that it's fake. They always look at me like I'm a fucking idiot. They're like, you know that stuff's fake, right? It's not real. They're not actually physically fighting each other. And I'm like, I'm well aware of that, sir, ma'am, whatever. I'm well aware they're not actually hitting each other. But when you get thrown off a steel cage and you expect it not to hurt, that's stupid as hell. I think of it as opera, as a theater. It's as real as any theater show would be. 'Cause that's how I think about it. It's just theater. It's entertainment. Just like every other movie we've ever watched. 9 times out of 10, everything that was filmed there, it's not real. CGI, stunt doubles. The actors aren't actually doing that. They're not actually slapping each other, punching each other, usually. Because guess what? It's fake. When it comes to anything wrestling related, I'm well aware they're not actually punching each other. Sometimes you have a fucking hardcore Holly over here and just absolutely beat the fuck out of you, and you have Gunther giving you chops. But I'm well aware they're not actually punching each other. I'm well aware of that. But just because some of it is fake, don't mean all of it is. It don't mean it. And there's a term that wrestling fans use, and that is it's predetermined. Basically meaning that what you see in the match is real because they're genuinely doing these stunts that many people, normal people like you and I, cannot do. We can't do any of those flippy dippy moves at all. We're normal humans. They are athletic as possible. It takes work and dedication to be as good as they are in the ring because it requires lots of training to be able to deliver these moves without permanently injuring your opponent. Because I tell you what, if an average Joe decided to do a German suplex on another average Joe, let's just say that average Joe is probably going to become paralyzed or not moving after that. Because getting hit on the floor, concrete, mat, it doesn't matter where, that shit's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. If I get hit with John Cena's fireman carry onto the fucking ground, his AA attitude adjustment, or as others like to say, the FU, you're not gonna get up. You're not gonna get up. These are professionals that are trained for years to be able to take these bumps without permanently injuring the opponent, and not only that, permanently injuring themselves. And when something happens wrong, yeah, they injure themselves permanently, more like. But that shit, the shit they do in the ring, takes so much athleticism that you calling it fake is basically spitting on their hard work and dedication it took them to even be able to perform any of these kind of moves. Because what they do in the ring is real, just with the idea of who's already going over in that match that day. And the reason why I bring up this conversation at all is because recently I got an argument online with some dude, basically doing the gist of wrestling's fake, one of those things. And all I said was that this man would not survive a single finisher from any wrestler. That's all I said. And he's proceeded to call me names. I'm a dumbass, loser ass child that still believes in fairy tales. And I told him, I just know for a fact one chop from Gunther would fuck you up. And he's like, I've taken chops, buddy. They don't hurt that much. I have family that are wrestlers. They literally go to school to fake it. I know what I'm talking about, kid. And I realized that no matter what I say, he's not gonna give a fuck about what I said. So instead, I chose to rage bait him, and it worked out perfectly because it's not that big of a deal, dude. Like all I'm saying is that Not everything you see on TV is fake. And after him constantly replying to me and going to my account to just talk shit, I could tell I got under his skin real bad. I could really tell I got under his skin really badly. So I was like, you know what? No matter what I say, he's not gonna take the L that he already earned. I'm not gonna be able to get the last laugh from this idiotic conversation. So I decided to say this. All I'm saying is that it's not outright fake, but you just can't understand that. Not everything is black and white, but I guess that's common for people in your age group that cannot comprehend any form of nuance in any conversation. You lost? Get over it. You know what's the funniest part of all this? I'm starting to feel sorry for you. I can tell this is the only form of excitement you've had since you peaked in high school. Your constant replying to me, your constant insults towards me, and your constant yapping is only telling me one thing, and it's that you're mad. You're telling me that I struck a nerve with your sensitive, below IQ, snowflake jabroni ass, so please save yourself the embarrassment and walk away like a real man that you try so desperately to portray but fail at. That's all I said. I just wanted to get through his head that, like, this is not worth arguing over because no matter what I say, you're not gonna agree with me, and no matter what you say, I'm telling you the gray area, but you just don't want to listen. And the funniest part too, he chose the post where I'm not in a wheelchair either to talk shit. It's the funniest part. He chose the post where I'm not in a wheelchair to talk shit on my Instagram. After I replied him with that, I thought that was over. I thought it was over. I was gonna leave him be. But then he said, your constant replies tells me that you're mad and don't live in reality. You lost. Get over it. It's not real. Yeah, accidents happen now and then, but it's fake, kid. If you've ever been in sort of fight, you'd see how silly wrestling is. And this is coming from a guy that's watched wrestling for 30 years. And newsflash, buddy, I have gotten in a fight. Here's the pictures right here that I took after the encounter. I have been in a fight, and I've used those images just for fun goofs and gaffs for my content. I realize that he's so pissed that if I just walk away from all this, it's gonna get more mad. And so I said, and this is where I'd be a bigger man and step away from this disagreement to save you from the embarrassment that comes from arguing the legitimacy of pro wrestling from a man pushing 50. And I could tell they got mad because he immediately replied, immediate. Almost no time passed between. And he says, Lamau, you can't even grow facial hair. Thinks wrestling is real. Eternally a virgin. Cry harder. It's fake. And he started calling my other content cringe. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ignoring him because I could tell it struck a nerve. But right before he hit the block button, he replied one last time. And I gotta give him props. Motherfucker cooked me. Motherfucker cooked me. What he said was, leave it to a fat kid that thinks wrestling is real to have a poster of a cheeseburger. Motherfucker cooked my ass last second, bro. Ugh, it's annoying. It's fucking annoying. I know for a fact I won throughout the whole time because the whole time I had a level head. The whole time I had a level head and was able to well articulate my words. I was able to do all that and argue straight facts just from to pull out his fucking Exodia card at the very end. I may have won the battle entirely, but with that one singular roast, I gotta give you credit. I gotta give you credit for that. I gotta give you credit for that because you truly just moded my ass. I just got moded. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. Google it. But yeah, I've always hated the argument of like, it's fake. It's fake. Oh yeah, let me throw myself onto thumbtacks real quick. And you may be like, those are just gimmicks. Yeah, they're gimmicks. Just look at Chris Jericho's back, bro. Just look at his back. Those shits were in his skin. Look at Mankind. Motherfucker is battered. Like, I get it if you don't like a certain thing because it's popular. I understand that. And the one thing I can compare it to, a lot of us could agree with, is comparing it to Little Caesars. Little Caesars is bomb as fuck when you don't have motherfuckers talking shit and you're telling you it's bad. And that's probably the perfect comparison. I could watch people beat each other up all day if I want to, but I'm there for the story. I am there for the story and the cool looking wrestling moves. That's what I'm there for. I'm not there because they're actually fucking beating the shit out of each other. I'm there for the entertainment. That's why I hate the argument of like, you know that stuff's fake, right? Why are you watching that garbage? Because I'm entertained. I'm entertained. It's the equivalent of watching a movie, like any kind of show. I want to see people doing flippy dippy shits. I want to see people going through tables. I want to see people get suplexed to oblivion, bro. I want to see a man rise from the dead. Like, excuse me for having fun with my life, you know? But that's the end of today's video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I read every single one of my comments. Do you guys think I got moded? Because I think I did. Even though I won the whole argument, motherfucker cooked my ass at the very end. Let me know what you guys think. See you guys next time. Peace.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me.
Okay, I need my crutches. I dead ass need my crutches, bro. Oh my god. I can't stand.